I've told the story before about how there's this man that I went to school with who was never paid, never talked to me. I've seen him around town for 20 years. He's never talked to me like he knows who I am until the day that he comes up into my direct messages talking about, you need to slow down when you're driving down my street. Now this was the same day that he had tried to jump on the hood of my car. I was going 20 miles an hour. Okay. Now the thing about it is, and evidently his street does have a 15-mile-an-hour sign. All right. But the thing is I live in this town that has about 70 numbered blocks, maybe even more than that. Okay. And probably 10 at most of those signs have those streets have a 15-mile-an-hour sign posted. Every other road is 25. Unless otherwise posted. And so if you don't know, if you're going down one of these streets, and I don't know, you go like 20. I mean, 20 is about the speed that I go down these streets. 25 is a bit too fast. So last year, one day, he tries to jump on the hood of my car. Like, you're going too fast. Like, acting like I was going to hit him or something. And then that same morning, he gets in I looked down at the speedometer, I was going 20. Now, I did not see the 15-mile-an-hour sign. There is one, but it was at the very beginning of the block, and, I know it's there now. But anyways, this particular day, I didn't know it was there. I was doing 20 miles an hour. He says, I'm going too fast, blah, blah, blah. Gets in my direct messages. After snubbing me for 20 years, has acted like he doesn't know who I am. I've even been in the store with one of my best friends. He says hi to the best friend. Doesn't even say hello to me. I don't know. Maybe we had a bad interaction in school that I don't remember. He was a couple years behind me. I mean, we were like acquaintances, and I graduated with his sister. But I mean, I didn't really know the guy, but I knew the guy enough to say hello to him. I don't know. Anyways, so he messages me this particular day talking about, you need to slow down. I've got kids, blah, 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 blah. And I said to him, well, the speed limit is 25 unless otherwise posted, and I was only going 20, Now, maybe there's a sign that I didn't see. And that's when he gets back to me that, oh, yeah, there's a sign, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, and I'm a police officer, and if I stand out there in my uniform, you'll stop speeding. I said, no, buddy, actually, I won't. And he's like a rent-a-cop or something, like I think at the local university. I mean, he's certainly not a police officer in this town. He's outside his jurisdiction. And regardless, you really don't have the right to infringe on somebody's free will like that. I mean, I have children. I live beside a road where the speed limit is supposed to be 25. People go 40, though. This is kind of like one of the main roads in town. And I'm literally right beside it. I mean, closer than this man's house is to the road. And my children actually play outside. I've certainly never seen his outside. But they're probably too controlled. They're probably not actually allowed to go outside. I mean, if he's going to come up and infringe on somebody's free will, talking about you need to slow down, blah, 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 and then threaten to stand out there in a uniform, like that's going to stop me. Obviously, you don't know me. So anyways, this morning, I saw that he was actually in the road. So I paid close freaking attention. Okay. Now, I don't have a digital speedometer. I mean, it's one of the ones that has the needles or what have you. But it was in between 15 and 17. I mean, it was on the point. And he still stood there. You need to slow down. Apparently, you can't judge speed, buddy. Now, he better not try to contact me on social media or anything like that, because I blocked him after that day that he got up in my direct messages. And if he tries to contact me through some other account or something like that, I mean, that's cyber stalking. I have never once stood out beside this road and flagged people down and told them to slow down, whether I knew them or not. Especially not when they're actually going the speed limit or barely over. And the thing about it is that's really an unsafe thing to do because it pisses people off. And then they intentionally go by faster, and then an accident might happen. Just saying. People need to teach your children not to get out in the road because sometimes cars go faster than we like. Maybe he'll see this video. But Travis, you're crazy.